What up, guys? Welcome to the Fit Table Podcast, bringing fitness, focus, and nutrition to the table. I'm your host, Brian Johnson, here with my co-hosts, Ms. Culeasha, Kristina, and Vanessa. Guys, we just got off of a Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Any setbacks, any of the tricks or tips that you tried worked? And if they didn't, it is what it is. But how did that go as far as your tips and tricks in regards to what you all did to try to set yourselves up for success? Either one of you guys are good to go, man.
For the week of Thanksgiving, I made sure that I hit all of my workouts leading up to the holiday. And then on the actual day of Thanksgiving, which we host, I made sure I took my dogs for their walk, got some steps in, and I did a quick 20-minute no weight exercise at my house with my husband just to get some kind of movement in. Like I said, it was 20 minutes. It was 5 different exercises just to get my heart rate up a bit. And then I enjoyed my Thanksgiving dinner. And after that, we went for another short walk just to kind of keep the movement going. And then we ate pie. And we enjoyed ourselves in conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that last piece.
The pie or the conversation?
The pie.
Both. The pie and the
I figured.
conversation is
Yes,
the best
yes.
I
part.
figured. Heavy on the
Oh,
pie.
yes. Heavy on the pie. Yes.
So
Oh.
for me, I found my family calls me the baby whisperer because whenever we get together, I always end up with whatever baby is there in my arms, which was of a benefit to me because when it was time to eat, I couldn't fix my plate. So my husband fixed my plate and he fixed it different than I would. Don't y'all tell him. I didn't have enough pinto bean juice that we had talked about last week on my potato salad, but I ate it and I was like, you know what? This was plenty. I only had 1 plate of food.
Right.
He put everything that I asked for on it. I didn't have any sweets because, of course, I was holding a baby. So that was it. We ate at my mother-in-law's. I ate that 1 plate of food. We didn't bring any leftovers home, and we were back on track the next day. So
Yeah.
it went pretty good. Now, Christmas will be another story because we host Christmas. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that next one.
I actually do that a lot. I never try to bring food back home as far as
Yeah.
Right.
leftover. I
Yeah,
try my
me either.
best not to because I know that's going to be eaten on throughout that week. I
Yeah,
know it
you'll
is.
eat
I
on
made
us
sure
7
made
business
sure people
days.
took. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, please
Off
take
top.
home food. Take home whatever you want. Literally,
Yes.
whatever. Please take it. I saved
Yes.
my 1 piece of pie that I talked about the last episode because my mom only makes these pies 1 time a year. And I obviously she makes like 8 different pies, and I'm not going to eat 8 slices of pie in one night. That's kind of ridiculous. But I picked my 2 favorites, and I have 1 slice on Thanksgiving, and then the second one I'll have either Friday or Saturday. And it's not a big slice. It's just, just be like, oh yeah, this is what I needed, kind of thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I don't feel
Yes.
deprived.
Yes. What about yourself,
Nice.
Kristina?
Well, that morning, all week long, I've been pretty much eating well. That morning, I got up early, did a 3-mile walk, met some ladies at the park. We went walking. It's kind of helpful because I'm dog sitting for my sister since she's out of town, and he weighs more than me. He's also bigger than me. He's probably about a good 200 pounds, and he thinks he's 2 pounds.
Right.
So that was a little tough walking him around for 3 miles with a dog trying to drag me a little bit. So then that day, I really didn't eat a whole lot. I guess because I was in the kitchen a lot helping. I got really hot. So I'm always the last to eat because I make sure like we fix our grandfather's plate, and then everybody else goes. I'll fix my mom's plate, and then I'll fix mine. So I didn't really have a lot. Everything was just kind of a little bit of portion sized. So for me, when I
Now,
get
are you guys
overeating,
tasters throughout the cooking process, or you don't taste at all? Like,
not really. It just it depends. Now, if I'm cooking it, yeah, I had to taste all the ingredients in my
yes.
strawberry cake that I made, and I did have a slice of that. So, but That and maybe a couple of cookies is really all I had as far as sweets wise. I'm not really big on sweets. Now salty stuff, that's a little bit different, but them sweets, y'all, a lot of times people can have that. I like the more savory foods. So
Yeah.
not much, no, not much carbs. I definitely did get my macaroni and cheese, but that's
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And you guys, do you find that activity prior to eating? You did activity prior and after eating, or just prior to eating?
oh no, I sat down
After.
after eating. It was a wrap for me. I did 3 miles that morning. I was in the kitchen with family that had family comes down every year from Maryland. Talking with them and chatting back and forth. And after that, it's like look, it's time for me to go to bed.
Yes, yes,
Same.
yes.
So
Yeah. No, I
I do the
had to
water
walk
thing every.
afterwards from like eating foods that I normally don't eat. It kind of helps
Mm.
True,
me digest a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah,
true.
My grandma always told me walking after eating, a little bit more, just rich foods, pop a piece of
yeah,
gum and go take a walk, and it kind of helps with your digestion. So we still kind of
Yes, yes,
play with that rule.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a long walk. It was just around our block, but it felt good to just get out in the cold, crisp air and just stretch our legs and our stomachs and, come back. But that was it.
yes, yes. That's what's up.
All right,
Uh,
Brian, what'd you do? We all
yeah.
told. Let's
Or
hear what you did.
Try to do cardio. I had Jazzy this weekend, so it was not too much. I do a lot of running in place. So I would do the challenges like on my watch or whatever the case, and I would do run in place, run in place, run in place. Still getting the cardio in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
water. I was drinking water all throughout the day. I didn't eat anything at all up until dinner time. Because I knew
yeah,
I had to go to 2 different locations, and that was the bad
Right.
thing. Everybody wants you to eat the food. They're watching.
Exactly.
They're watching you eat the food.
If you don't eat,
Yeah.
it's disrespectful.
That's
right.
right.
Yes, yes, yes. So I was doing what I could, man. And of course I wanted to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna enjoy
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
I'm gonna eat. I love food. I just know what to do to remove
Yes.
it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Yeah.
don't
Right.
know what to do to remove it. I know what to do to remove it. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
force myself the next morning. You're doing about 5, 7 miles of running. No, no, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But outside of
Hmm.
that, man, that's pretty much it. A lot of the fluids, drinking the water,
Yeah.
activity, and I tried to do something after the fact, which I didn't get home until about 10 o'clock, so it wasn't too much I was doing at that time. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Right.
enjoyed myself, plain and simple.
It's
Yep.
The
good.
next day, I make up for it on the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said,
And I
man,
think
it's
that's the
one meal.
key. Hmm.
Yes, yes,
That's
one
the key
meal,
to
one
like
day.
get right back to it, drink your water, move your body. Don't get stuck in that kind of like, oh, well, yesterday I ate a bunch. Today I'll just eat a bunch and just kind of let that roll into the
Right.
next day, the next week. And then it's
True.
January 1 and you're like, oh, I guess I'll start all over again.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yes,
And you
yes,
still
yes.
have to enjoy life. Like, I think that's how some people
Hmm.
get stuck and they give up and they quit because, I mean, it is repetitious and it is consistency and it is hard.
Yeah.
But if you exclude the life part of it, then it kind of makes it overwhelming. And some
True.
people just can't do that. So you still
Yeah.
have to enjoy
Right.
life. You still have to
You
have
Yeah,
do.
that piece of pie,
true.
still go to
Hmm.
those family members and engage, but I think it's the balance that we've been talking about every week. You've got to figure out
Yes,
what it looks like.
Yep.
yes.
Right. Yeah.
All right, ladies, social media versus reality. Social media versus reality. What we see on social media, we do have clients that I have it all the time. I'm sure you guys have it as well. Client will come to you and they'll show you a picture of this individual on social media, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case. Brian, I want this girl's body right here. We've been in this business for a while that we can see what is actual and what is not actual, what
Hmm.
is for real and what is Brazil. And I mean going to Brazil, getting the work done. So it's yes.
Mexico.
So it's social media versus reality. Ladies, go ahead and hit me up on this one.
Ooh.
Thoughts about this. How do you all feel about this
There are
right
so many filters You can make your face clear, you can suck your skin in, you can just look perfection. And a lot of social media influencers, I guess that's what they're called now, will do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see it. Some of them are very good of hiding it. No, not everybody can have this perfect butt. Not everybody can have a six pack of abs. Not everybody can have those things. Some of those people are very either genetically blessed, or it's just a whole lot of filters that are placed on that. Are there workouts and foods and things that you can eat to get to close to that? Absolutely, but gauging things that are on social media, absolutely not. There are just so many things out there now that you don't know what's real, what's not.
Mm-hmm.
We had this conversation, man.
BBLs, things of that nature, and nothing against anybody that wants to get those things. That is completely up to you. But when you look at somebody on social media, those are things that you have to take in consideration that I'll maybe say 7 out of 10 are just strictly not real. And maybe that's
True.
aiming high, but let's just the reality of it all, you're not going to get that overnight.
Right.
It's
No.
going to be, again, like I reiterate my journey. This is almost 6 years in the making to a complete
Right.
body transformation. It's hard work. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen instantly. You're not going to drop 10 pounds in 1 week, not healthy, those types of things. So it's just at the end of the day, there's no easy fix. And when we look, especially women, we look at, you feel like you're losing. You feel like
Mm-hmm.
natural women to some degree, and I can just say this for myself. You feel like natural women are losing because you have to look this part in order to be beautiful, be accepted, have
Mm-hmm.
friends, have a social life like this, be healthy. Again, we've said it episode after episode. Everybody's health journey looks different.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
going to be different. How you get there is going to be different. Some's quicker than
True.
others. It's just a process. So,
Mm-hmm.
social media, I would try my best not to get in comparison because that is just
Right.
the most destructive thing that you can do to yourself is compare yourself to somebody who literally makes their money off of being half naked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got
Yeah.
some bad-ass women at the gym right now, dog.
Yeah,
If you're gonna make a
Yeah.
comparison over something, not just the gym, in general, in Burlington, Alamance, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a
Yeah.
comparison over someone, make a comparison over someone that you see putting in the work every single freaking day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that individual's backstory on Instagram or any platform. You don't know
right.
their backstory. You don't know if this dude is taking testosterone, which I can see that. I know that. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You don't
Yeah.
know if this female is
Mm-hmm.
taking estrogen blockers. You don't know if she's
Yep.
taking, you don't have no clue what she's taking, man. But I see you every day. I see you every day. I see you every day. I see you putting in the work. I see you putting in the grind. I
Yep.
see you putting in the work and
Hmm.
everything, man. It's there. Use that as your push. We were having a
Yeah.
conversation about like just imagine it's hard to, but imagine where we sit right now, like with everything, with the more skin being shown on social media. You know what I'm saying? Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this. I'm looking at my daughter, man, when she turns like 17. It's gonna be literally naked people on platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
walking around.
Because we'll be so desensitized by it, you won't even notice it or realize that it's right there in your face because we've been
Right.
so
It's
desensitized.
crazy, man. It is
Yeah.
crazy.
I think the funniest thing for me, not the funniest, but like one thing that made me realize, okay, there is definitely a problem with social media is if you have somebody who naturally loses weight, of course your body changes. But then
Mm-hmm.
you have
Yep.
people say, "Oh, she looks sick." I'm like, so healthy
Yes.
on someone now is equated to being sick? Like, we're so used to people being extremely obese that when you get healthy, whatever that looks like for you, somebody thinks that you are sick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or not dropping 50 pounds at one time. Like That's
Right.
one of the reasons I stopped with dealing with like Christina's client, Miss King. So I put her picture, phenomenal individual, dropped plenty of freaking weight, freaking body fat. Put her pictures up. I didn't tell her what to wear. You know what I'm saying? I want you to make sure
Yeah.
you wear something different. I want you to stand up. I want your back arch. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You take a picture, second picture, I'm putting those up. I'm putting your information below it. Individuals hitting me, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, bro, like I don't see a change, yada yada. Her numbers are right the freak, you know what I'm
The
saying? Like
numbers don't lie.
you're so used
The
to
numbers
looking
don't
at
lie.
somebody dropping 300 pounds. Oh my God, 300, you know what I'm saying? You walk around with that 15, 25, 30 pounds in your hand all day. That's a
Mhm.
lot of freaking weight. I don't care
It
who
is.
you are. I don't care. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? So you know what? Put the numbers out there. Use the in-body scan. That pushes it out. That pushes the numbers out. It is what it is. Miss King, you did a hell of a job. Do not
Amazing
let
job.
that bullshit on that you listening to or seeing discourage
Right.
you in no way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? You have got to. We're so elevated as far as what we think is a win. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
2, 3, 4,
And the
5
fact
pounds is a win.
and the fact
2.5
that
to 5
she
pounds a week is weight that
yes.
should be dropped on a healthy
Yes.
situation.
And the
Yeah.
fact that she
15
went from a
pounds is
size
not the win, and 2
16.
pounds is not. It's
Yeah.
crazy now.
Yeah. It is
And the fact that
Because
crazy.
she went to a size 16 to a 10. She's a 10.
a
Right.
10.
And probably even smaller than that. And text me. But she texted me the day she went shopping. And she's like, you would never guess, blah, blah, blah. She was super excited. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
She don't even look the
Yeah.
Then,
same.
you know,
Face
talking
don't
to
even
her
look
the
the same.
next day, she's like, I probably could have bought me an 8. I said, you
Yes.
probably could have.
Yes. I mean, her
That's
Yeah.
face don't even
awesome.
look the same.
I mean, and that's a huge victory. That I
It
mean,
is
if
a
moving
Yeah.
victory.
16 to 8, that's half. That is half.
I
That's
had her
huge. And
come in. I
also,
said, you gotta change your profile picture because you don't even look. You
No,
don't
she
even look the
does.
right.
same. You
It
know what I'm saying?
doesn't. Mm-mm.
It's
But I
it's crazy how
also
we. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I also think like people are just looking at a certain portion of her or us when or anybody when they lose weight. Like they're not
Yes.
looking at the whole picture like does she
Right.
have biceps now? She's got her arms are more toned. Like I think that there's
The
so many other
definition.
things. Like you just said her face is slimmer. You know, I'm sure that her legs are more toned. They're not seeing that when you're standing there in your sports bra and your shorts. You
Yep.
know, the biggest portion of anybody's body is their torso. So that's basically what everyone looks at. And because she may not have a six pack or may not have like, they're like, oh, she still looks the same. You know, it's
Yes.
Yeah.
really
Yes.
like an overall thing. And like Christina said, she could have probably got a smaller side. Her body has changed. It is, there's
Yes.
just so many more factors to losing weight then, oh, yeah, she went from a size 16 to a 10, but look at how much leaner she is now, which
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
many
Yes.
individuals don't actually see when they look at a picture.
You
And
don't.
the fact that you're seeing her every day in the gym too. So you're seeing
Yes.
her
Yeah.
every day, and you don't notice that you guys, man. You guys show me pictures, and I'm like, wow. I did forget
Mhm.
that she was that much bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
is because I see you guys pretty
Mhm.
much every single day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you see the transformation, but you're not really seeing the transformation
Yeah.
until those
Because it happens
pictures come
over
out.
time. It's
Yes,
not a
it
quick
does.
Gradually.
fix.
Yes.
I
It's a
Yes.
think
gradual
another
thing.
thing that people fail to realize is when like you said, Brown, when people come up to you and say, I want to look like this person, are you the same height as that person?
Right.
Like, is it
The same
even
age as that person.
possible
Yes.
for
That one.
you or for let's say me, for me at 5'4" to ever look
Mhm.
like a social media influencer who's 5'9",
Right.
And
175
and 28.
pounds? And
And 28
yeah,
And
years old.
28.
and
The age
28,
is
Right.
who
such a
ain't never
huge
birthed a
thing.
baby, who is not in Perry, who does not have to wear Old Spice deodorant. Like there is no, it's not gonna work. But I
With
think
no
people
Yeah.
get
kids.
so freaking caught up. I saw a post today, and the girl was like, "Please make sure that when you're comparing yourself to what you want to look like, make sure that it's the same height and the same size." And somebody in the post was like, "Oh, I would have never thought you were 5'4". She said, yeah, because I'm standing on a platform. Like, make sure that you know
Yeah.
what you're comparing yourself to or where you're
Yep.
trying to get to, because you might be defeated when you realize you will never get there.
Yes.
You'll
Right.
never get
Yeah.
there. And then
Nope.
But
that's
I also,
where I'm gonna give up now because I can't
yeah.
get to that body that I thought I wanted to have.
Yep.
But I also think it's super important to really, one, not compare yourself to anybody. I
True. That
mean,
part.
me and my sister, we're 3 years apart in age. We are literally cut from the same cloth. We are almost the same height. She is bustier than I am, and I am more blessed on the bottom half than she is. Like, we're literally the same, and our body shapes, our entire lives have never been the same, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. She's always been bustier, and I've always had more booty than she has. My daughters, Chloe and Ava, they're 14 months apart, same parents. Ava is more chestier and gorgeous legs that kid has, and Chloe has a longer torso and is built more like me on the top. Like, and they're sisters. There's no
Yeah.
way that those two could ever have identical bodies.
Yeah.
And they're the same height, and they're, like I said, 14 months apart. I mean, just it really depends on the genetics that you have inherited, and then
True.
certain things that you're working on, your diet. I mean, to have a goal weight from an influencer or want to look like somebody who's an influencer, I think it's a scam. I
It
really
is.
think
Yes.
we're doing such a injustice to our teens and women in their 20s and 30s and 40s
Yes.
and even older than that, because we are constantly scrolling. You can't help it. We are constantly comparing ourselves. People will say, "You're in the gym all the time, Vanessa." Yeah, I'm in the gym all the time, but you don't understand certain things in my life that prevent me from dropping 2 pounds a week,
Right.
because of medication or peri or things that are going on inside of me that I don't share with other people. Same goes for
Yeah.
the other clients.
True.
Yep.
That's why it's
True.
so important to take your pictures. Kim Page, I
Yep.
told her, she posted a picture last night of her and her niece.
Yeah.
And I said to her, you need to take a picture from tonight. Her niece just turned 15 and do a side by side. And the difference in those two pictures, I was like,
Yes.
this is amazing.
Vanessa,
This is amazing. Your journey over years of hard work and dedication.
and it's
I
sad
think it's so
sometimes that the
important.
individual doesn't even notice that. The
Yeah.
individual,
Yep.
like somebody else has to come through and let them like, check, you are
Mhm.
freaking killing it, like literally
Killing
killing it, and they don't see
Yep.
it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because again,
Mm-mm.
you see yourself in that mirror every single freaking
Yep.
day. Like it's
Yep.
And
you are killing
sometimes
it.
it takes our minds a bit of time to catch up to our eyes
Mhm.
because you're just used to seeing that same person over and over again, that it becomes that's what you see in the
Yep.
mirror. I know it doesn't make sense, but to a lot of people it does. You
It
still
does.
see
It
that
does.
same person even though you've
Mhm.
lost 30 pounds or 50. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So I think
Yep.
it's understandable and it's also hard. I think one
Mhm.
thing, if we're going back to like social media versus reality, the fact that a lot of the influencers are not honest about how they got to where they got
That part.
Mhm.
also should make it to where you don't try to compare yourself to them. You
Yep.
don't
True.
know. And there's absolutely nothing against surgery, injections, whatever it may be. There's nothing
Right.
against that. I'm just saying that if you're an influencer and you're trying to make people believe that you did this the natural
Right.
way and you didn't, that is not okay. To me, that's not okay.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
all
not.
for I lost 200 pounds and I got injections, and this is what my journey looked like. I lost
Yes.
150 pounds. I had surgery. That is what my journey looked like. I lost
Yep.
Yes.
150
Right.
pounds. I had a nutrition coach and I worked out 6 days a week. That's what my journey looked like. But when you
Yes.
try to make people believe that you lost 200 pounds in 6 weeks
From
by
drinking
going to the
cabbage
gym,
juice.
eating right, that's just wrong. It's just wrong. I'm sorry, it's
Yeah.
wrong, and it
Right.
might piss some people off.
No,
But
it is what it is.
Well, I just think
You're
it's
right.
super frustrating for those that do find somebody that they're influenced by, and they did maybe take a route that wasn't the best or the healthiest or quick fix, and the person that's watching them is kind of like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? And it kind of gives you somewhat of a self doubt, especially for these teenagers.
yeah,
Yep.
I never want my daughters to think that skinny is the way to be. I
True.
never
right.
I just don't ever want them to think that anything is wrong with them because they're not a certain size, or, that they're not good enough because, they can't wear a certain bathing suit they feel like, or they don't feel like
True.
they look
True.
good because of X, Y, and Z. Like, I want them to feel strong. I want them to be like, Mom, I ran a 5K and I didn't have to stop. Or,
Yeah,
Yep.
I squatted X amount. Or I want them to realize that healthy is strength and confidence, and not so much what size is in your clothing kind of thing. And I
True.
think a lot of the influences are now going back to that, like that Kate Moss kind of stage that we grew up with.
yeah,
Kate Moss was the most beautiful, iconic person
Mhm.
from my generation, and she was probably a size negative
Right.
0. And I wanted that body. I did. And it's just not in the cards for me. It's not.
yeah,
I would never be that size. As my grandmother says, I'm big boned. I mean, it's just not, even if I took every extent, there's no way that I would ever, my bone structure would never allow me to be.
yeah,
I mean, like
And
Khaleesi said,
it's
I've grown
crazy that
3 kilos.
that was during your time. So the accessibility that you had to follow Kate Moss during that time. Now there
With
is like everything
magazines.
is it's wide open. Yeah, that was through a
wide
Yeah.
magazine.
open.
It's wide open now. And imagine when
Yep.
my baby gets, like I said, 15, 16. It's gonna be
Mhm.
like freaking a floodgate. Like I can't even
Yep.
imagine what it's gonna look like then
Mhm.
if it
Yeah,
looks the way it
Yeah.
looks right now.
Yeah.
Like that's
Well, the good
scary.
thing is that she has 2 strong parents
Most
yes,
that
certainly. Oh, most
Yes.
certainly. Most certainly.
understand, like, the health journey and are invested in her life and all those things.
yeah,
And I really feel like parents need to be more invested into their children's health journeys nowadays, and not just like the quick fixes and all those
Yes.
things. I
True.
actually said to my girls, like, I'm so glad that they have seen me fail. I'm so glad that
yeah,
with certain things
Yep.
in my life that they have seen me fail at, put some more weight back on, or,
mhm,
you know,
Yes.
maybe didn't do so well on an exam, or at my job got a bad review or whatever. I'm just using these as examples, but they saw how I got out of it. How did I fix it?
yeah,
What did I
Yep.
Yes.
do? Because you don't want your kids to think that you're perfect, because I'm certainly not. I mean,
Right.
exactly.
my parents certainly weren't perfect, but you need to teach your kids that when you do fall off, when you do, derail yourself, what do you need to do to get back to that place? And it's
True.
okay.
Yep.
You're a human
True.
being. Like, you're not a failure.
Yeah,
Yep.
Like, I think that's super important because you never see that on social media. You don't ever see that.
Nope.
We're teaching our
That's true.
kids to be
get
this perfect
participation
thing.
trophies.
That part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, we're doing it now.
Yes.
You in
Everything is
last
beautiful.
place, but you
Yeah.
Everybody
still get a
wins.
pizza
Everybody's
party.
married. Everybody never showing the divorce, never showing the
Yeah.
bankruptcy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And the
none of
pick
that.
back up from none of that. Never showing
Yeah.
that.
I think it's super important. I mean, my oldest daughter is from my first marriage. Chloe and Ava are from my second marriage. Like,
Yes.
it's a part of life. It's how you handle things. It's how you
Yep.
address things. And kids are not seeing that. Kids are definitely not taught that in school, obviously, because everyone gets a trophy. There's no losers, you know. I mean, there were plenty of times I wasn't picked for the dodgeball team and I was like, what the freak? Nobody wants me on their team kind of thing. And it was hurtful, but
Yeah.
I learned from it. Like, there's so
Yeah.
many things that kids are missing out on, and it's really taking away the whole thick skin, you know, phrase. It's just, you need to have a thicker skin. Not everyone's going to like you. You're not going to get invited to everything. You're not always going
Yep.
to win. Not everyone gets a bonus. Like, all those things. And I think
Right.
that this generation
Yep.
is growing up where everyone wins. Oh, we're not,
Yep.
I'm waiting for the school to be like, we're not giving out grades anymore. I think the same kind of goes with the health journey. Just because one person does this, you're not going to get the same results as them if you do the same exact thing as them, because we're
True.
all
Yep.
different. Everybody
All
is
of us are
different.
different.
Yep.
Everybody is. In regards to you and your daughter going to the hospital, and they introduced your daughter to something or asked her about something in regards to the GLP-1.
Oh yeah.
Is
So
the
my youngest,
scariness of this in itself.
Yeah.
this scare, first of all, I want to say I was completely shocked. I was absolutely shocked. So Chloe went for her yearly physical,
Give them the age
and
of your daughter, please.
Chloe is 17.
Got it.
So we just went for her yearly physical with the physician she's been seeing since we moved here, so 17 years. And they did all her things, her height, her weight, on a regular scale, which I'm really surprised the doctor's office doesn't have one of those in-body scales. They should probably invest in that. Anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, she did all her I'm just saying. So we just did like her regular physical and everything. And, you know, the nurse did all the finger prick and all that stuff, whatever. Her physician came in and asked her about school, did her spine check, all the normal things. And she told Chloe she could get dressed. And she started to talk about the new dietitian that they have, and that if Chloe was interested in the GLP-1 shot. My daughter is 17. My daughter, one,
17.
is not overweight. My daughter is 5'9", and I won't say her weight on here, but it's, for me, like, I mean, she's tall and muscular. I mean, this kid is athletic build. By no means does she need the GLP-1 shot.
Ridiculous.
Second of all, why are you asking my daughter or making her now feel
17.
conscientious? A teenager. You already feel conscientious because she is one of the tallest kids in her class. And like I said, she's very athletic built. And she's always been that way. So she's always been the biggest. So it's always been a struggle. And biggest, I mean tallest.
Yes.
To like make her now think that she has a weight issue.
Not saying
We
something
watched,
is just as bad as saying something. That's an insinuation. So if somebody
Yeah.
yeah.
asks you, what do you feel about the GLP-1 shot, which is a weight loss shot,
Mhm.
I'm looking at you, asking you, so why are you asking me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I
Yeah.
big? You know, that's an insinuation, man. And a lot of people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand that's an insinuation.
Yeah.
And again, to be even introducing that to someone, they're at
Mhm.
that age, man, where they can, I was, and I'm sure you all were as well. Eat pizza all
Oh
night,
yeah.
stay up all night, wake up the next morning, good to go. You know what I'm saying? Weight just falling off.
Mhm.
Just
Repeat.
metabolism is just running through the. Why would you
Yeah.
even damage that, stunt that by
Yeah.
even adding that to the situation, to the mix? And that's
Yeah.
unfortunate because your daughter being strong and saying no, because you mentioned she
Mhm.
said she doesn't need it by herself without you
She
even.
literally looked at the doctor and she said, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the OG way and just stop eating fried food. And I've been working out 5 days a week." And I was
Not
so
everybody
proud of
says
her.
no is a bad thing.
Not everybody says no.
Right.
That's
Nope.
And
true.
the doctor goes, "Oh, that is the better way, Chloe." Well, why are you even
Why'd you
like
even
bringing this
suggest
up? Why
it?
are you promoting
Right.
this? So, you know, we leave the office and we get to the car and I'm just like, "Chloe, I'm super proud of you. You don't, there's nothing wrong with your weight." She goes, "I know, Mom.
Nothing.
I know." She's like, I don't understand why she brought it up." And I just explained to her, you know, everyone's looking for a quicker fix. or, this is the way of the world now, they need to bring
Yep.
it up. But she called her sister when she got home, and her sister ended up calling me and was like, Mom, why did the doctor tell Chloe she needs to be on this GLP-1? Like, what is happening? And it just,
Yeah.
it's just mind-boggling to me that a physician is going to recommend or
Yes.
suggest something for a
Yes.
17-year-old
A
that
child. A
is
child.
capable of working out.
Yeah.
Yeah, a child capable of
A
working out,
child.
capable of eating properly, and capable of following, whatever happened to the food pyramids. Like, oh, are you eating your fruits and vegetables? Like, she didn't ask
Yes.
any of that. Like, what are we doing?
And that's the
What? And then
thing.
now,
So like that's the thing. There's not absolutely positively nothing wrong with the GLP-1. The
Nothing.
initial
Nothing.
use for it was for diabetics. And then
Yes.
in studies, they realized that it helps with weight management.
Yes.
A
Yep.
lot of people that are on GLP-1s, the one thing that they comment about is the food noise. Like they have a hard time with the food noise. I want to eat. I want to eat. I want to eat. The food noise is because we have such toxic food that we're addicted to it. So if
Yes.
you
Yes.
get to the root of the problem, which is our food is crap, and going back to what Brian said last week, that it's cheaper to eat junk than it is to eat stuff
Yep.
that comes directly out of the ground,
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
address that. And then we wouldn't have to have pediatricians talking to children about taking an injection to lose weight.
True.
Right. To
True.
then make them think that something is wrong with them, that they in fact need to lose weight.
Yes. Yes. Because they
Right.
had a
And
conversation
going
afterwards.
back to not having a supportive parent who understands that this is not okay. What if Chloe's parent was not supportive and said, you know what, I think you need to get
Right.
on that. At 17,
Yeah.
as a child who's not completely developed, and we
At all.
don't know what the side effects of this injection will
Nope.
do to her when she gets
Long
30.
term. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You just
Like the
don't
math
know.
is
And
not mathing.
it's not. It's not. It really made me say to myself, like, do these doctors really have the best interest for our individual health?
They can't.
Why
No.
did we
It's
not
impossible.
talk to, when she said that she was eating, better, and she didn't ask her, like, well, what have you changed? Chloe offered that information. Like, Chloe wanted to
Exactly.
Yeah.
talk about it. Chloe told her what weight she was lifting in the gym and all those things. What are we teaching our young adults? What are we teaching these children? They're like, this is the most important time of their lives. Like, we should be teaching
Yes.
them how to fuel their bodies, and that they don't
Yes.
necessarily need a shot unless they do have an illness or, a
Right.
disease or something that it can, help with. But to
And
lose
again,
weight
this is
eating,
now. Again, this is now. Like, imagine
yeah,
15 years, 10 years from
I can't.
now, where you don't even have to be in the room anymore. Like, a doctor can ask your child this without you even being in the room.
Without you
So
being in the room.
Yep.
that's
And
is
or
crazy.
they can go to CVS and get it off of the shelf because
That
by
yes,
then, you know what I mean? Like
By
Yep.
then,
yes,
it
regardless
probably
yes,
of
will be
how
yes,
like
you
that.
go,
yes,
Yes.
you can go pick it up yourselves.
yep,
And
over the
again,
counter.
I am circling back and saying that there is a time and a place for everything. If you
Yes.
need the injection, that is perfectly fine. I think we talked about
Totally
this. I
true.
don't know if it was on a recording or if we were just talking it amongst
It was
ourselves.
recorded. Yep, we
But
talked about it.
like my oldest son who has developmental delays and needed assistance walking, he didn't walk till he was 8. And the way that we did that was with him getting Botox injections in his calves. So like there is
Right.
a time and a place for everything
Right.
medically. And then there are things that people want to do just because they can. And we all have free will. You can do whatever you want.
Most certainly. Most
Yep.
certainly.
But I don't think telling a 17-year-old to get on GLP-1s is the time nor the place. I
Not at
just
I
all.
mean,
don't think that's right.
especially
I
like you
agree.
said, we don't know the long-term effects of
Have
this.
no
She's
idea.
not done developing. She she's 17.
She's
She's
17.
Studying
only
her growth,
17.
studying her metabolism.
She
Just
may not,
so many
like
things.
her hormones, being able to
yeah.
have kids, like all of
Yes,
these things. You
Mhm.
have no idea what
yes,
that would look like down the road.
Right.
But then we're
interesting.
also not like with the food, she's never going to know how to like eat properly, or when she lives by herself or with her family, well, yeah, I got the shot because X, Y, and Z. Like, what are we doing? I just am back to
It's a
the
setup for failure,
to
man.
the
It's a setup
social
for failure.
media.
It's a setup for
It's
failure.
Yep.
It's a
it
total setup
is.
for
It's like,
failure. It's you're setting her up, like you just said, Vanessa. Like it takes that portion out of it altogether. So
Yeah.
she don't even have to know how to learn about food now because I have this quick pin. You know what I'm saying? All
yeah,
I gotta do, I got it when I was 17. I get it when I'm 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? The same thing happens. Like you, that is crazy. When you told us that the other day, man, I was like, what? That's like
I
that
was
is.
I was shocked.
I know you were. I'm sure you were. I'm positive
My
you were.
face was probably like WTF. Like,
Like, are
seriously.
we doing
Not
this right now?
literally.
I would have been like, are you in the right room? I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Are you talking to me or her? Like
Are you
what?
talking to me or
Like
her? Like, is this you?
Yeah.
wow.
Like, I was completely floored. I was like, oh my goodness. Wow.
Interesting.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's where we are
I just,
now, though.
Yep.
it's
Unfortunately,
just,
yes.
it's so sad. Like,
It is sad.
we're doing such a disservice to the younger generation and even women in their 40s and 30s that have the ability to make such a huge life change and
Mhm.
fuel your body properly and incorporate a little bit of physical exercise, and you will mentally feel better. Does the GLP-1 shot make you mentally feel better? Like, these are all the things that you can gain from working out, eating better. You're going to sleep better. You're going to do all these other things. And not knowing what the future holds for people that need to take this shot for medical reasons or whatever is very scary to me, of a
Yeah.
mom that has daughters. And it's accessible just like that. Oh, just make an appointment with our dietitian. She'll go over everything with you. Oh, okay, no.
And then I sign the prescription and we move on.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think
wild.
that's what doctors are doing now. They pretty much want to, instead of finding the root of problems, they rather just cram medicine down your throat or give you
Mhm.
Yeah.
something versus you come in there with and you're hurt. The first thing they want to give you, prednisone
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
for inflammation. Like, no, there's a reason I'm hurt. I need you to
There's a
find out what that
reason that
is.
my knee hurt.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand why you keep wanting to give me this. Actually, when I hurt my shoulder, that was the first thing I said. I'm like, don't even come in here and talk to me about no steroids. I was
Right.
very, very blunt about that just because I knew that I did something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the snap. So
Yeah.
I knew something had happened. I'm like, don't even insult me. Well, do you
Mm-hmm.
want pain medicine? No, I don't. I want you to find out what's wrong. So, and to kind of piggyback off of that, we also had talked about like birth control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you the email that I received the day my Haley's turned 16 from my job. The day that she turned 16, we have a prescription card. Basically, they told me and they knew at the time that they put her on birth control. We did just so we can regulate her monthly cycle.
Right. Menstrual cycles.
Yes. So I got a letter from my prescription card basically saying I no longer had access to her account
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
to
Yep.
make decision at the age of 16. I'm like, well,
Yep.
first of all, I'm paying for her insurance. I have access to
Exactly.
everything until that girl is 18 years old and can do it on her own. If I'm paying for her insurance, because now they have it to where you can carry your kids until they're, I think, 26 now.
Yeah.
26.
No, I have decisions on everything that I'm paying for. But
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
that was really a shocker to get that letter on her birthday to say now that she's 16, she can manage her own prescription. No, she can't. She sure cannot. And
Not
I
a
mean, and that's scary because that's 16. I mean, and they knew that she was on birth control. I knew that, but I think we all do it here by the grace of God that our kids want us in that room.
yes,
Exactly.
I
thankfully.
mean, and they do. Like my son, again, he's 28. He'll still call. He'll call his dad or myself. Hey, I'm sitting in the office. Well,
Yeah. Put
this
me
and
on
this.
speakerphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so getting that letter was kind of a wake up call that, you know, they're pretty much trying to take parents out of the loop before we need to be out of the loop. Like I said, I'm blessed, and I think we're all blessed the fact that our kids still want us in that room, whether it's
Yeah.
physical or speakerphone.
So
Right.
has the age always been 16 as far as the I guess the
And I
privacy part?
truly I don't know because like I said, I had no idea that I was getting ready to get a letter from my prescription card basically saying I had no longer had access to her account as far as her
Yeah.
prescription were concerned. And, you know, so I would assume it's been, that's been, almost, she's 24 now. So
Yeah.
Wow.
that's, yeah.
I do know that it's what, 14, maybe 13 or 4. I think it's 14 where you get kicked out of your child's MyChart account.
Mhm.
Like you have to, yeah, your child has to give you access to their
Permission.
MyChart account
Yep.
at
Wow.
14. I think it's 14 or 15. And then at 14 or 15 is when the pediatrician started asking me to step out of the room, which of course my children always said, no, my mama's
Nope.
staying.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's when they start. And I get it, I do, because there are some things that some kids can't talk about in front of their parents, but I think there's a
Right.
gray area there, right?
Yeah.
Like what would you
Mhm.
be saying? I'm acting slow right now. But what would you be saying to my daughter that you don't think I should be hearing?
Well,
And
being that, so from a female perspective, it may be that she might be uncomfortable with talking about female things in front of you to where maybe not so much
Right.
in front of a doctor.
With her mother?
With her mother, not so much, because like with Mahaley, like
Yeah.
their pediatrician was a male. When Mahaley got to the age of 13, she had a conversation with me. She wanted to switch over to a female doctor. She was uncomfortable. I
Yeah.
understood it. We switched the doctor, still went to the same practice, switched doctors.
Mhm.
She's extremely comfortable with this. And like I said, I get it. I wholeheartedly get it once you get a certain age as a female. Um, but like Culeasha said, they'll ask you to step out of the room, while they're
Yep.
having certain conversations. And
Wha-
both of
Yep.
mine were, especially with Mahaley, she's like, there's not anything that I can and she told a doctor this, there's not anything that I can't say to you that I can't
And that's
say
what I'm getting
in
at.
front of my
I'm trying
mom.
to figure out what
Right.
question would be that a mother and a daughter
I think
would
it's
not.
just trying to make them feel comfortable. I think it's trying to make them grow up because eventually you do go to the doctor without your parent. You go by yourself. The only way they would actually, to me, force you out the room is if they felt like some type of physical abuse
exactly.
was
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
But other than that, if as
Mhm.
long as one of your kids are like, no, they can stay in here, they'll let you stay in there. But I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
the
I
point of
also
that is to make them feel comfortable with being in a room with a doctor by themselves.
yeah. I
Mahaley got
also
her
think
first
it
physical. I
depends.
was in there the whole time, held her hand. She was so
Yeah.
scared. Held her hand the
Yeah.
entire time. I just turned my back, while I was kind of looking at her,
Yeah.
but like
I did
she
the
tell
same
me
thing
she
when
want
my
me in
boys
there, I'm gonna
had
be in
their
there.
exams. When it gets to the point to where, you've gotta check some parts, I just always turn my back.
Yep.
Right.
And that's just how it's always been. Um,
Yeah.
and there's this thing about like mental health, and again, like Christina said, is there something going on that you don't feel comfortable talking about with your mom here? things like that. But of course,
Mhm.
like that questionnaire that we fill out at the beginning of the visit that they hand to the child, I was always the one to ask the questions. How do you feel? Do you feel, you know what I mean? Like, so
Oh, well,
again, it
now
just
they
goes
send a
back
link.
to the relationship with your child. Some people's
Yeah.
relationships aren't the same as ours. They're not as
Right.
involved with their kid. So, I mean, I guess,
Now for
I
those
don't know.
mental health questions, they send a link to your child's phone. So you
Yep.
know.
They do.
She said,
Wow.
Chloe, can I have your phone number to send you 2 links for you to answer some questionnaires? And I was like, interesting. Because it used to be the dry
Mhm.
erase, you know, like where they
Yeah,
would,
you just fill
not
it out.
anymore. Nope. Now they send a link to the phone.
Yep.
So,
Interesting.
Wait.
which was really weird, I guess, because Chloe's doesn't have an issue with mental health. She read the results right there. She's like, oh, I see that you checked this, this, and this. It's well within the range of a mentally healthy child. And I just looked at her like, okay.
See,
So,
even those questions can be extremely misleading. Like, 'cause I'm when I retire from the army, like we gotta do our transition from military to civilian life. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we go through and we get these,
Mhm.
and you're always told to watch what you're signing and watch what you're, you know what I'm saying, checking the
Mhm.
boxes on.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we
right.
get the mental health information. It's like 100 and something questions of it. You know what I'm saying? You're
Mhm.
looking at it like, okay, why they keep asking these
The
questions,
same. Yeah.
this
Same
different way,
question, different wording.
and it's like leading you into
Yeah.
something like, okay, I
Yeah.
don't have an issue, but you keep
Right.
asking this. So have you ever, I'm like, okay. So depending on how you answer that question, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Affects a lot outside of you getting out. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Huh?
So I wonder, that is weird. Not weird, but scary in regards to
Yeah,
them
it is.
having,
It's very scary. It's
Yeah,
very
yes,
scary.
Mhm.
yes,
it is.
interesting,
But
I mean, again, she's
interesting.
17.
Yes,
So, I
yes,
mean,
he
I'm
is.
sure that, the kids that are 16, they're getting it 15. So, I don't know. I just
yeah.
think that it really should be the parent and the child. And if the parent and the child don't have the strongest relationship, then someone that does have a good relationship with that child should be
Yep.
able to be, that you trust as a parent, should be in there, because there's
Mhm.
no way that child doesn't have a
Yes,
good relationship with nobody in your
Right.
family.
true.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's important for the parent or a relative to be in there with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Agree.
It is. And again, we're talking about right now.
Right now,
10 years
so
from now,
imagine.
it'll be 9 years old, 10 years from now
Yeah.
as an
Yeah.
adult. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
crazy, man.
scary.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. Ladies, this has been another great one. Another great one. A heads up for the episode 6, because this is 6. Episode
This is
7.
6.
Was that the 6?
Yeah, I was like, this
Yes.
is 6, isn't it?
Yes.
This is it.
Going
Yep.
into episode 7, ladies, we are looking at measuring food.
Yes.
Measuring food.
Measuring food.
Yes. Another great one. Another great one. So start
That
thinking of,
includes coffee creamer.
oh, that includes everything.
Hello.
That includes everything. That includes a little Christmas tree Reese's cups. That includes everything.
Because when I tell you
You both
coffee
got what,
creamer,
3 to 4 grams of protein in it, right?
the coffee creamer
Oh my
had me
God.
like, do I even, is it coffee that I like, or is it just the
The
creamer?
creamer. That's
Exactly.
right. Yep. They're like, oh,
It's
it's just a little
coffee.
coffee creamer. It's like 200 calories.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Mhm.
Guys, we enjoyed having you again at the Fit Table Podcast. Please like, subscribe us at the handle the Fit Table Podcast on YouTube. Guys, we will talk to you guys later. Ladies, have a great one. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.